Jorge Glas, previously the vice president of Ecuador, has now become the central figure in a dramatic series of events that began with his arrest. Accused of corruption, specifically the embezzlement of government funds, Glas was detained and placed in a maximum security prison in Guayaquil. Despite these allegations, Glas has maintained his innocence, vehemently denying the charges and even filing an appeal of habeas corpus. Following his arrest, tensions escalated when Ecuadorian authorities conducted a controversial raid on Mexico's embassy. This act drew international ire, with the Organization of American States and Mexico condemning the raid as a violation of international law. However, Ecuador defended its actions, arguing that Mexico had breached the Vienna Convention by granting asylum to Glas. In the aftermath of the embassy raid, Glas took a drastic step. He began a hunger strike within the confines of his prison cell. This act of defiance, a protest against his arrest and the subsequent raid, has added another layer of complexity to an already tense situation. The fallout from these events continues to grow. The international community is watching closely as calls for dialogue and resolution, according to international law, increase. The hunger strike, the embassy raid, and the arrest, each of these key events has implications that extend far beyond the borders of Ecuador. In summary, the actions of Ecuador's former vice president, Jorge Glas, have set in motion a series of events that challenge global norms and international law. His hunger strike, a silent protest against perceived injustices, has amplified the conversation around his arrest and the controversial embassy raid. As the situation remains tense, the world waits with bated breath for a resolution that upholds the principles of international law. And so we find ourselves returning to the initial question: why has Ecuador's former vice president decided to go on a hunger strike? It seems the answer lies in a tangled web of political intrigue, international law violations, and a personal protest against perceived injustices. The final outcome of these events, however, remains to be seen.